Hello there everybody, my name is K-Hug, you can call me Kyler, and welcome back to the Season 2 Let's Play Minecraft Survival series. Whether you just stumbled on here, or you've been a long-time subscriber, I want to thank you for all of your support, so hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, share with your friends, and leave some kind words in the comments down below. Before we get started, I just want to let y'all know that we have quite a few new subscribers from the last couple of videos, and as much as I appreciate your guys' love and support, I want to be able to support you in return. So don't forget to leave a comment on any of the videos and we can get you added to our community member board. Now let's get into the video. So if you guys do not remember from last time, we now have a nice set of wings. We are going to head on over to where I believe the last place I've seen an ocean, and we are going to get ourselves a creeper farm. We're going to begin designing one, fingers crossed that I know what I'm doing and that it turns out useful, but we're going to head in that direction. That is where that ocean was that I found many episodes ago, and we did mark down that location because we were anticipating going back there for this exact reason. I'm going to fly on over there. I hope I have the resources and we can at least get started on our creeper farm. Before we get going, I totally forgot, I have 7 buckets of lava in my inventory. And these are for the design, boom, of the caldera. We're bringing the nether in, we're making a volcanic terrain inside the caldera here. From the beginning, we've always said we were going to do that, and I started doing that just the other day. This took many hours. I don't want to talk about it, but the end result is quite magnificent. I'll take you up there here in a moment, but I've got a few buckets of lava here that I meant to get this little lava flow going, and it's gonna meet, crouch, it's gonna meet down here in this little pool. And I've got all this like area here. I don't know what I'm gonna put out here. We need to have like more moundy bits like this and this. Maybe I should scatter some more throughout here, but let's go ahead and get this lava flow going. And I may not have enough. Oh, I wanted to put some slabs there. Let's start it from here. We'll be able to fill the top part in later. Hopefully it doesn't go sideways. Perfect. And now lava is kind of the funniest thing to get flowing because it's not like water at all. It is very viscous. And by viscous, I mean it flows real slow. It's kind of a pain, if I'm being completely honest. But for the sake of having this lava river, we are going to continue to make it happy by just, yeah, there we go. That'll do well. That's all 7 buckets. We didn't get far enough. You can see how many buckets this takes. And this is just one river flow from this direction. It takes a significant amount of lava, enough that I probably should be getting myself a dripstone lava replenisher deal, because a lava source over a dripstone block will drip into a cauldron where I can harvest it. I used that for a smithing mechanic last series, and I think this time I'm just going to use it specifically for collecting lava for our rivers. I'll take you down to the map real quick. Let's update that, and then we can take off. This is what I had so far, and about right where my cursor's at is where that lava should come from. Boom. We didn't give it time to update. Hold on. Look at it. There it goes. Oh, we turned this map. Perfect. Okay, now we can see that little river starting to nudge its way through there. That will flow all the way from inside the hill along here. But we've got rivers to flow in all directions, all over the place, and even some larger lava lakes, which requires a ton of lava. So I've got some work to do. But for now, we're going to focus on that creeper farm today. So let me get over to our location, and I'll see you guys there. I see a trick shot here. I did not make it, unfortunately. We have arrived at the ocean that we found many episodes ago. However, if you remember the episode, or the episode that we did find this, is there's also a ocean monument right there. We need to avoid that for this build to work. And I think I'd like for it to be in line with the base. So it needs to be at like 103 or 104. Oh boy. That's going to be right on the front door. Yeah, right here somewhere. And then maybe we go down to... Maybe we get away from that. Let's make it closer to shore. I don't want any mobs to be able to spawn. Let's go 1600. 1600 by 104. That is even with the center of the base. And we've got a lot of mobs beneath us. Okay, this is going to be a battle. Let's head on down. Take these guys out. And we have officially set the base of where this is, rid of that junk, where this is going to begin. Now, I don't know the full numbers. I've done some research. I've checked out height values and stuff. I know the height of how far creepers need to spawn from you. What I haven't checked out is how far above this water I should begin the farm. I'm going to go up just a approximate number, and I think we're going to go around to 100 in elevation, and that should keep stuff down here from spawning while allowing the creepers to spawn above us. I don't want to spawn any guardians in. I don't want to spawn any drown in. I just want the farm to be loaded in. So we're going to head up to about 100, and then we can get started. We are here. I'm going 120 because I don't want to deal with mob spawns. So this is the quote-unquote what I'll call the center of our mob farm. Actually, what is going to be the center of the mob farm is technically this block here. This gap between the blocks. This is even with the center of the base. Everything on a 2 blocks of a 1 block thing because we are basing everything off of chunks. Actually, now that I think about that, maybe we should turn this into a nice chunk. We've got to find out where the chunk starts, where the chunk ends. So I need to do some quick maths. Now, we've taken our chunk visualizer and got to the exact center of this chunk. What I need to do from here is this is going to be the base of the Trident Killer itself. So I'm going to build a little box. And I'll try to make this, not really a tutorial per se, but I'm going to try to make this as explanatory as possible in case anybody wants to use this to build your own Trident Killer. I've already fudged up some stuff here. That's the center. So this little guy, oh boy. The center is here. Why have I gone so many that way? Oh no, what have I done? This is the center of a chunk. Nope. This is the center. All right, should be 4 on that side. 4 on that side. I don't know what this is. That's what's throwing me off. Get rid of that. So we've got the center of a chunk, which let's go ahead and we shouldn't need a bow, I don't think, for the time being. I'm just gonna put this like that. This is the center of a chunk. And now we've got to build the Trident Killer, which just ends up being a circle, if you haven't seen one of these, of pistons facing inward on one another. When you throw a trident here, they will push it around and around and around endlessly. It will not despawn because you have thrown it as an object. And then this is the part that I'm not really confident in. I think you bring out a detection from here, I believe. And then this guy should look at that, right? Ooh. Or reverse. Does he look into the piston? He might look into the piston. Let's try this. It might be backward. I think when he shoots this off, it turns that off. I think that's right. I've got a nice square here. And we don't really need the minecart yet. I need a lever, unfortunately, which I've got some sticks. I just need... Can I do a button? No, it needs to be a lever. Let's go get a piece of cobblestone real quick. We got to be careful. We only have 16 total rockets, and getting up and down from here right now is kind of impossible. So there's no room for error. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we want to place this here. Turn it on. Turn it back off. And all right, these are backwards indeed. We want them to face the torches. They're going to recognize when the torches... Okay. When the torches turn off, why can't you go the right direction, sir? There we go. We just stare at that torch. There we go. Stare at the torch. Nailed it. Give that one more flick. All right. Back off. And there it is. It is on. And now it is off. Perfect. The Trident Killer is now ready to go if we throw a Trident in there. I did get another one while going out and grabbing some resources. Destroying the pillar, I guess, not necessarily the resources, but destroying the pillar of stone we had. We did get another Trident from another drown, so we can use that for a future farm, and maybe even that guy down there. But all you have to do now is just throw a Trident at one of these guys. It could even be on the ground right here. And then when I turn it on, that Trident then gets pushed in a circle where it is going to hit any creeper that lands in this box. We don't want to listen to that because that's annoying. And we can simply now box this thing in, I believe. However, we want to be able to get our XP out. So I'm going to want to be able to stand here at some point in time on this corner or that corner. Probably this one. I'm going to want to be able to stand here and gather XP through this thing. But we don't want the creepers to see us to blow up. And in order to do all of that... Ooh, can I put the lever up here? Hold on, we got to try something real quick. Let's get rid of this lever. Alright, that's not a fun sound. Turn it off. Ah, I like that so much better than being on the piston itself. We could even have a floor when we walk in. Turn it on, come stand in here. This little box needs to be high enough to give us the XP, but low enough that the creepers don't sit here and kill us. I don't think you can get close enough by standing. This actually might be close enough. Let's, does that turn the torches off? I'm not sure. Does this make the farm not work? Well, I don't hear it. I don't see any reason why this wouldn't work. If I just boxed all these off. Let's test it. That's crouch walking. Oh, that's the wrong pickaxe. No, still works perfect. Awesome. All right. That is in place. The Trident Killer is in place. We can, we can add more floor here. Probably add like a little berth to walk around the outside of this thing. Not going to worry about that. I just need a way to get up. And now I do believe this little piston thing needs to be 20 blocks. Okay, so 20 blocks from here up. If my math is right, this tunnel, I guess, or whatever you want to call this, needs to be 20 blocks tall. That's 1, 2, all the way to 20, and then fill the whole thing in. All right, this is 20 blocks. Let me give you perspective here. 20 blocks from on top of the block on top of the piston. I know that doesn't really make sense. It makes sense in my head. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and take these out real quick. I'm going to finish this off with stone to signify this is the drop point. Boom. And now, from here, we need to make a big platform for the water to spawn. This water is going to be, I think, about an... I'm trying to think. 8 out, I think, from either side, because water needs to travel double from a stair over. Yeah, we need to go 8 in every direction. And that is the rough outline of how far out each one of these fingers will spread. And then we fill in from corner to corner all the way around. Make a big, flat, open area. And then we'll get on with the steps. I've gotten pretty good at pointing and clicking, but that is it for resources, which is really unfortunate. We got almost nowhere. I'm going to go ahead and I can't leave anything here, but I'm going to put all of this in an ender chest and bring a chest to leave here. But first we have to get all the way back to base and back up here. Excellent. I have gotten an ender chest, got a ton of more resources, and now have officially finished the first layer, or the water source layer. Now, what we need to do is go up by 1 all the way around this, and then a stair along the top, and we are going to make an infinite water source and make this whole thing a nice, lovely, flowing pool of water. It is time to cross our fingers. I have what is supposed to be an infinite water source. Now, if I did this right, this water that I put in here should technically all flow to the very center once I get it done. Hopefully, I've done this right. And just about done here. 2 more to go. And that is the water source complete. Thank you, Depth Strider, for making that way less of a headache than it should have been. All right, we don't need the buckets anymore. We can put those away. But what we have here now is a semi-complete water funnel thing going on here. What I need to do is I got to place some blocks around the outside here, just along this edge. Now, I'm not sure. I've seen this. No, that's not the edge I want it. I want it on the edge where the water is at. This is just to keep the water issue down. Okay, right there. I'm going to head around and do 1 more perimeter wall all the way around. And this will need to be slabs so nothing spawns here. Actually, why do we even need this? Hold on, let me think here. If we don't have that, it is mob proof. Right? Right. I've convinced myself it is now mob proof. It is time to add in the interior bits. Now, this is not complicated, but again, it is one of those tedious processes that I just don't want to do. But we're going to go through 1 layer together. Yeah. Oh, okay. We're going to add a temporary block, and then we're going to go through 1 layer together, and that is as follows. What you want to do is you want to go in 1 from here to right there. This is going to be 4 blocks. Boom, you can get rid of the bottom 3. Oh, don't let them go down your... This is why I blocked this hole. It cannot... Things that I drop do not go down. And now you're going to make a really neat waffle design. It is going to be long strips, and we can go through this right now. Actually, let's go ahead and just do 1 row, and I'll show you what I mean. Come all the way down to that same location, which is 1 more. Oh my goodness, the water is pushing me. But now what you're going to do is you're going to create this little waffled pattern like so, all the way through from corner to corner, and then we're going to come back and we have a lot of buttons that need to be put in here, but we don't have the wood right now. So I'm going to go ahead, I'll make this first layer, and then I'll give you a peek at it. And that should be it. So, it does look funny, because we didn't bring it out to this edge, but that's because this is the corner that it all starts from, and it is technically an odd number farm. I don't know how I didn't know that until this moment, but what I'm going to do real quick is I want to start by filling this in as we go up, and you'll do the same. This whole thing gets filled in as you go up because we're going to make this thing a solid block wall in order to keep it super dark in here. But this is the pattern you should have. If you've done the same dimensions as me, which is 8, centered around that guy there, which if you want to narrow it up, you can go 8 and then 7 in one certain direction in order to make this thing symmetrical. Since this needs to be an odd layered plate and this needs to be an even number water source, it's kind of funny, and I'm not all about that funny business. So what you should have here is approximately 7 holes in all direction. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 that way. 49 holes, good to go. Now, the thing I don't have currently is the buttons, and that, quite frankly, is a problem. Yes, it is. And what we're going to do to combat that issue is we're going to skip it, and we're going to move on. And what the buttons are supposed to do is be on the diagonals. So from the hole, all the diagonals will have buttons. These are the flats. These are the diagonals. And then on the row above you, or the next to the layer, there'll be trapdoors on the adjacent squares and not the diagonal squares. That'll make sense here once I go get the wood particles, but for now, I want to go ahead and maybe do 3 more layers if I've got the resources, and I think I do, and then we'll come back with some buttons. We've got our 5 layers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and this is the waffle design. I guess I forgot to stop, but this is what I was talking about. You just need a gridded waffle-looking design, and what this does is this forces the creepers to spawn, think they can walk over these gaps, fall through into the water, and down into the farm below. What I'm doing right now is I'm going to put a cap on top of this. I'll come back with some slabs. We'll slab it all up so nothing spawns on top. Maybe we'll even add some light sources. But we're going to create a complete cube, and we're going to build up from there all up to here and make a box, a solid box, to make everything in here completely dark so mobs can spawn, mobs meaning creepers. Let me fill this roof in, and then I need to go get a bunch of buttons and a bunch of trap doors. All right, we've got some things to gather here. I want to grab, we got stairs. I just need a ton of buttons. I don't know how many in a stack of oak and oak logs. Let's go 2 stacks of oak logs. Let's move some stuff around here. And a stack, or 2 stacks of planks and a stack of logs. Let's see how much this gets us. This should get us 4. How many buttons does that do? Not a whole lot. And we need trapdoors. So I'm going to go ahead and just create 2 stacks of logs and 4 stacks of planks. Hold on, my brain is not working. We gotta run the tree farm, unfortunately, but we'll finish up what we're building right now, and then we'll continue at another time. I'll finish it off stream. I need a bunch of this, probably more or less all of it, but I also need to be able to top this bad boy off. So let's put some back and trade them out for slabs. Maybe 1, 2 more. Slab me up. That'll do. And it's time to head on back. I just heard a witch, which means this thing is operating, but it's operating incorrectly. The witch is definitely not what we want to spawn in here. And I really also hope that creepers haven't spawned inside, because when I go in there to put these buttons in and the creepers blow up what we've done, I'm going to be very upset. Not very upset. I'm going to be pretty upset, pretty let down. It is time to put in the buttons and the trapdoors, and this is how that goes. The buttons, as I said before, go on the diagonals. So take these squares, the diagonals are the buttons, and we also want to put one right in there. I'll pretend we're going this direction. You know what? I'm going this direction. And that means they will register this is a solid block, and they'll walk over this button and fall. Like that witch wasn't leaving because he didn't fall. He thought he could, he didn't realize he could step here, or he knew he couldn't step here. My bad. And now the reverse of that is where you see the immediate adjacent to the hole, these become trap doors. Now what this does is this creates a spawn height from the buttons to this and from the trapdoors down that only creepers can spawn on. So what you want to do is you want to do these buttons on every single one of these, and the trapdoors on every single bit of the ceiling. I'm going to get as many as I can. I don't think I have enough for an entire layer, but let's go as far as we can, and then we'll see if this farm does any creepers at all. Just one even. We'll find out. Which we're not missing any. We'll run from over here, and we'll just run back and forth. Looks like we're good. Yes. Now it is time for trapdoors, which is far more important and far easier to mess up. Unfortunately, I am all out of materials, but what I have done is I have almost completely closed in the 4 walls out here, which means it should be dark enough, which means it should be functional. If I'm not mistaken, I hear a zombie. Yeah, so the problem is the buttons and trapdoors up. Oh, not being done. We are going to have other mobs spawn in here. But for the sake of testing this guy out, I'm going to head down here. We're going to flip on the switch, and we're going to see if it works really at all. And now we wait. Well, so far, not good. Hold on, let me mute the game for you. That is a horrific sound to listen to. Hopefully this starts working. Let me turn that off real quick. I have discovered why this is not working appropriately. If you will follow me real quick and take a quick glance inside, and this is the importance of the buttons and the trapdoors. Look at all the mobs that have spawned. Well, you can't because I'm crashing. Nope, and we missed. Take 2. As we fly in here, take a look at all the... Oh, we flew in far enough away that the mobs despawned. I just got shot by skeletons and spiders, and there was a single creeper. There was another witch, and there was a couple zombies. Oh, we got our first customer. Now I just need him to walk over there. I'm going to head down. We'll see if he falls through. We'll just hang out here for a little bit and see if he comes down. I've been sitting here for a few seconds, or a few minutes, I mean, and nothing has come down. So let's head back up and check out if anything. Yeah, see, it's fully saturated with zombies and skeletons and, you know, just everything that's not the creepers that we need to fall through the traps. The creeper's actually even gone. We got 1 zombie. Yeah, it's a work in progress. So without the trapdoors, without the light levels down to 0, without everything we need, it will not work appropriately. I'm going to go ahead and dump the rest of this stuff that we don't need. I wish there was a faster way to get back to base and a less expensive way, but I'm going to use these rockets and get us back to base. Later, Gator. And welcome back to the caldera. We are flying in. I wanted to get a good bird's eye view of what this is going to look like. Excellent. Looks very hot. It looks red. It looks mean. It looks dangerous. And that is what we were going for. I just want to thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me today. I appreciate you. And since you're still here hanging out, don't forget to check out the channel, the fun community activities, and the different series. There's some other series on there. I know they haven't been touched much, but don't forget to check those out. And I think there's a new one on the horizon, a different game other than Minecraft altogether. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, share with your friends, and leave some kind words in the comments down below. All you new subscribers, do not forget those comments. I cannot put you on the community board until you do so. I need your name. Without further ado, stay beautiful and goodbye.